I was 14 years old. I was playing football. I was at football practice. And my dad came to pick me up, and he said, Marcus, I have to tell you something. I said, sure, Dad, what's going on? He said, I've been diagnosed with kidney failure. And then I looked at him, I'm like, say that again? Like, I've been diagnosed with kidney failure. I said, what does that mean? I says that one of my organs, one of my kidneys to be exact, due to my immense size from all my childhood through my young adulthood, has caught up with me, and my kidney is no longer working. And I said, well, Dad, what does that mean for your lifestyle? Like, what is that going to do to you as far as being able to come to stuff and be able to work? He said, oh, Marcus, I'll be fine. Like, I'll get a kidney transplant probably, they say, within 2 years. I'll be okay. I said, okay. So 2 years went by, nothing happened. I remember going to Howard, and I remember literally the first time I ever saw my dad on dialysis. I was at college because when I was in high school, he didn't let me go because I was always in school. So I actually surprised him, and I actually walked from Howard to the Washington Hospital Center in Washington, D.C. It's a 5 to 10 minute walk. He had no idea I was coming. And I got into the unit. I don't know how I got in there. And they let me in, and I saw him sitting in the chair. And I saw a 12-inch gauge needle that was stuck into his left arm and was just pulling the blood out to clean his blood, clean his urine, as his kidney was gone. And I saw the immense pain that he went through for years, because I went to Howard for 5 years. At least twice a week, he was on 3 times a week. Twice a week, I would always go up there, sit with him, talk with him, try to keep his spirits high, keep his spirits up. And, from the age of 45 until 57, I remember just the constant decline of what he looked like. And so this next image is what he looked like about 6 months before he died. So that's him, I won't say healthy, I'll say happy. That was him in his younger age. This is him 6 months before he died. And so you can see the frailness. You can see the veins in his neck. You can see that top teeth, those are false teeth. He literally let himself go for years, and I would say for the last 3 to 5 years of his life. He never remarried. My parents divorced when I was young. He never experienced travel because he always had to go to dialysis. He never experienced, I remember he couldn't drink water. It was always ice because the water was just too much for his kidneys to handle. I remember what it was like just to see a man that was so proud and so strong and so dedicated to his children, to the community, to this literally just wither away, in front of my eyes over a period of years. And what you guys are doing with AMAT is special because after he passed away, and I'll tell you about that in a moment, I literally, the next year, became an organ donor because I saw firsthand what it did to my father. And I vowed if I could help anybody with my organs after I'm gone, I will gladly do so. If I can prevent another family from going through this tragedy, I will. So my dad actually passed away from constrictive pericarditis, where the valves around his heart tightened and he could not receive blood properly. But it resulted from being clinically obese for so many years with his kidney failure. And I remember this like it was yesterday. He was in the hospital, had open heart surgery, made it through. Everything was fantastic. I won't say fantastic. Everything was okay. And I ended up driving an hour and a half to see him to say, hey, Dad, how are you? How are things going? I literally got into the room, and for 2 minutes before I even got a chance to say anything, he said, Marcus, get out. I'm like, get out? I just got here. He said, I need to rest. Come by tomorrow. I'm not feeling so well. Come by tomorrow. I said, Dad, I literally just drove an hour and a half. Got to go an hour and a half back. Can I stay for 5 minutes? No. So I remember him throwing me out. So that next morning was like 2 a.m. I get a phone call from the hospital saying, Marcus, your father has gone into cardiac arrest. And I'm like, what? It was 2 a.m. So I get him up, get in my truck. Literally I would say an hour drive took me 35 minutes. I was doing 90 down BW Parkway to get to the hospital. I arrived at 3:32 in the morning. I remember sitting in the waiting room, the doctor walked out, He said, Marques, I don't know how to tell you this, but your father's passed away. I said, doctor, I said, when did he, and I just, after breaking down and just losing everything that I tried to do, try to keep myself together, I said, when did he pass away? He said, he passed away at 3:28 a.m. You missed him by 5 minutes. So for the longest time, whew, sorry, it actually helped. For the longest time, it was hard. And I finally learned to deal with it after a while. Whew, that's better. So this picture of me is a picture of me at a photo shoot in New York City. And in reality, this is why I'm so health conscious, because I saw somebody that I loved more than life itself literally let himself go at the end, the best of me, for as long as I possibly can. And I want organizations like this to be known because you guys are saving lives.